Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's qualifier number 7 of the A1 eSports League Austria, the Rallycross part, Project Cast 2, with me, René Girona Butler, and obviously, Michael P1 TV Volk. If you can't listen to what I say, you can also just read the names. They're actually on the show.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 7th qualifier of this wonderful season.
That's true. 7 out of 8, at least when we talk about the European qualifiers. Then there will be one Austrian qualifier at the end, and obviously the Austrian All-Star Grand Final, which is the road to Vienna, where we'll have 15,000 euros on the line for the lucky guys that actually managed to get through all the qualifiers and qualify on top of the leaderboard to travel with us to beautiful Vienna.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, today we are in Daytona in the US. It's the first, I think, the first GRC track in the calendar. So we will see some jump, and we will see, of course, I think we will see the first, the first spots to go to Vienna, right? The first.
I mean, I guess so. We saw 6 qualifiers already. Yeah. We had some people that brought home trophies every single time that might manage to actually get a trophy spot every single time, get a podium spot. So there could potentially be some guys that have.
I mean, if you have 100 points advantage to the 7th place, you are either on PC or PS4, you are in the final 100% sure. So we will see that today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true. It's the second to last qualifier for the European region, at least. So, is the sound a bit low, or is it just me? I hope it's just you. I mean, I can check once again what's put on my gain, but all of that should be up to the maximum. It is.
For you, HandTV, it's fine, he said. So everything should be fine. If not, just tell us.
Yeah, let us know. We'll try to fix it as soon as possible. Talking about fixing stuff, and actually get stuff rolling, we should talk about, once again, that you can actually be part of this championship. Just follow the link down there. Head over to play.eslgaming.com. Sign up for the championship, and then race yourself. Race some great names like Driver 1... the VP of gang, basically. Matty, who else in there? TX3, Topper, Chembul Bassi, the guy that you know from A1 eSports. Okarocka, yeah, I totally forgot all the VP names, but there's so many of them. Darwin, Okarocka, Massa, Ace. Who now got renamed to Space, because I saw a screenshot of him flying up in the air on the Daytona today's track, so it's now VP Space. Just to bring you up to speed and to the latest update.
Good to know.
That's all right? But before we talk about what happened to players and where they go, we should have a quick look at the current standings of our qualifiers. So this is PlayStation 4, which will start today on this show. And we see TRL, that's Team Redline, the big powerhouse of sim racing, basically, especially in iRacing. Magic and Michael, he got picked up by the team last year during the right in front of the SMSR Championship Series. I think he raced for SDL before, and he's the one that managed to stay inside the top 3 every single time. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, podium in every single race, even last week here at Wildcrest. It was a crazy track, very wild races we saw there, we've seen there. And yeah, so from that perspective, René, I would say Magic Michael is, as well as Boxer Forever, very safe in the final.
Yeah, 490 points, so 550, that should be enough.
That's a big gap. So there are just 100 more points to come today, and 100 points in the last qualifier. So there will still be a chance, of course, to get away from that final, but they are pretty safe, I guess. So they will...
At least if they're raced today in the semifinals, they should be safe.
If they be in the semifinals today.
But we need to have a look at the guys down low. So position 4, 5, 6. That's GTA Matty, VP Darwin, Dalman, TX3, Popsu, and they all get chased by Okarocka, Tichne, and Massa. So 2 VP guys and 1 GTA, 1 TX3. Waiting for the spots of their own teammates, basically.
That will be very, very tough in that area from 4th to 9th place, even to 10th place. Everything is open so far, so that will be very, very...
Yeah, but we talk about 25 points between Seaman on position 10
it's nothing.
to Popsu on position 6, which is the last spot that would go to Vienna. Because to remind you guys, it's 6 players from PlayStation 4, 6 players from the PC platform, and then another 2 per platform in the Austrian qualifier. So that will bring us up to 16 in total at the end in Vienna for the final. But nothing is set yet for the last spots here on PlayStation 4, that's for sure. Even with Boxer Forever scoring 3 wins in a row, which is currently the highest number we have, if I'm not mistaken, even on PC.
That's true.
So let's get back to us and then back to the action, I guess. I mean, we're heading over to Daytona, so we can have a quick look at Daytona Racetrack, which is obviously a US racetrack. If you're familiar with motorsport, then you know Daytona. I mean, there's the Daytona 400, there's the Rolex Daytona 24-hour race. Everything happens.
It's a track with a lot of heritage, of course, in several series. And yeah, that's the track, the Rallycross track, built inside of the stadium here. It's a fantastic stadium. And we have the first sector with the Joker Lab included. So in real life, I think it's mixed up. Like the Joker Lab is on the inside and the normal track is on the outside. But here we see the Joker Lab on the outside. So you will lose some time if
I'm
you go
pretty
there.
sure that's just wrong on the graphic.
Yeah, that could
if
also
I remember racing it, I'm pretty sure Joker is on the inside.
Okay, so the graphic is slightly false, but anyway, then you go. Yeah, it's
now I'm really confused.
It's a tarmac section there in the first sector, and you then straight go to sector 2. There's a jump also at the track, and you are in the gravel section. It's becoming a bit more narrow. So in the first corner there is a lot of space, so we shouldn't see that much turn 1 action here in terms of crashing. But in sector 2 and 3 it's getting a bit more narrow, some more corners. But overall, very interesting track. We have a great jump there in sector 2, and so I'm up for the action.
We will see what happens. I'm really just really confused about that official graphic we have here. But I mean, it wasn't me building it, so if SMS says that's the right graphic, then I believe in that. So we'll see it live on the track later. But for that, we actually need some semi-final heat, so they should be on your screen right now. There we go. There they are. I don't know why I think about... I just... When I put it on, I was thinking about, do we have all the players from the top 10 currently in the semis?
Yeah,
but I think the graphic will reveal that to us. And it's Magic Michael, current leader of the leaderboard in the first spot on semifinal 1, followed by Darwin Daumer, who's also in the top 6.
He does need points anyway.
Yeah, Okaroka, he's just outside top 6.
Yeah. Yeah, true. So Okaroka Quentin is back again, and also DT Cream Matt Runner. And car driver R1. So you also want the last points to secure that entry to Vienna. And then we have semifinal 2.
Yeah, semifinal 2 looks... It's a bit of a different group. I mean, we see ACR Azaziel, who can be basically like the ghost hunter. He can be one in that race that totally turns it around. We saw that earlier already. Obviously, Boxer Forever, after his 3 wins in a row, there wasn't much for him in the semi or even finals. Most of the time he came 4th, so no podium spot for him anymore. NGR Edu PD22, at least that nickname is new to me. GTA Matty, obviously one of the guys that's always in there. And TX3 Popsu, he's on position 6. That means he's the one to beat. And with Massa in there, he's one of his challengers.
Yeah, true. That will be very interesting to remind you of the race format. You see 6 people racing there in the semifinals, and 3 of them, so the first 3 to cross the finish line will proceed to the final of today here on PS4, later to come also PC. But yeah, let's start first with semifinal 1 here on PS4. Let's see if Magic Michael can defend his more or less title so far.
will be very interesting. I mean, he got a podium every single time, and every time we saw him in a semifinal, he was able to dominate his run.
Yep.
So you're in the lobby already. Just ready up for us
up.
and try to get us in the race as quick as possible, because we know you guys out there, you're all for the racing action. We want to see Rallycross. We want to see drifting, bumping, jumping. What else can we see with Ing?
Flying?
Flying? Spacing?
I mean, we will see again the Hondas, of course, the GRC cars now on the proper GRC track.
VTEC kicked in, yo.
VTEC kicked in. But it's a GRC track, as we mentioned, with a jump. So we had a jump also in Wildcross last week, and the jump was pretty spectacular sometimes.
I mean, if you get it wrong and you're slightly sideways, you're just off the track.
Yeah. And if you go like 3 wide to the jump and so on, it can be very difficult to position yourself and go through there. I'm curious about what will happen on this
Well,
track.
we normally also watch the real, either like the US series or the European Rallycross series, and actually to try to pick up stuff and see something about the track. So today we learned in a YouTube video about Rallycross, we learned they have 4 wheels,
4 tires.
all 4 tires
And
on it,
four-wheel drive.
and 4-wheel drive, and those 4 tires all touch the ground at the same time unless it's a jump. That's what we learned from the commentators of the US series.
And we are in the loading screen. There we see the track. Also, the graphic would be false if that's the case.
The
Ryan.
Joker, but they have a blue Joker.
Yeah.
We had an orange one.
We had an orange one.
That changes everything.
But let's see if hopefully the players don't get it false and all jokering instantly. So yeah, but as we mentioned,
We will learn, because Joker, there is like a portal at the beginning of it, so we'll definitely know what the Joker lap is and what isn't. And we won't race at night, but we got all those Honda GRC machines, those beasts at the start line, with Magic Michael starting first, then Darwin Dalmer, Ocker Rocker, so 2VP right behind him, Quentin, Matt Runner, and Driver 1 on the far inside, all the way back. Magic Michael creeping off the line a bit. Green light here, starting in Daytona.
Yeah, 600 horsepower for those cars, and we go to turn 1. Yeah.
Oh, and I was wrong. Joker lap is outside.
Field of splits. Yeah, the Joker lap is outside, so it was true. And here it comes to a more narrow section in the gravel, and there's the jump. And so far, yeah, someone spun already there in the background.
Yeah, we lost one of the VP guys.
Yeah,
Okaraka far back to the 6th position.
He needs points, man.
That's true. Let's go quickly through it. So Magic Mike currently in the lead. I mean, that's not really surprising. Then it should be VP Darwin Dalmer right on his tail. And then Driver R1, the one for the French bit. Like, it's not a French team, I'm sorry about that. eSports Plus Cars, obviously UK based.
Yeah.
He's in 3rd position right now, and they're the only guys that didn't joke it so far. Quentin joked, Matt Runner, the TX3 guy, joked already, but Driver R1 going off the track here, over the jump.
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, that's what you said, right? So you have to position for the jump.
And there's so many different surfaces here in Daytona. You see that right after jump, you have that left corner, and then you go onto the tarmac while you're right-hander at 180 degrees. That's not easy at all. While we see Darwin Dalman going in deep for turn 1, but it seems like he can catch up to Magic Michael at least a bit.
Yeah, he tries to. I wonder how much time do you lose in the Joker lap. I mean, it's like 2.5 seconds we have to see, but again the jump, and you have directly after the jump you have somehow to brake.
Interesting to see Quentin. Like, I didn't saw him in the previous semifinals, but he's right next to Driver R1. I mean, that's an impressive performance. Driver R1,
really
previous SMSR Championship Pro driver, so that is a fast guy for sure.
Yeah, and we see Darwin Dalmer in the now 4th lap.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that. How close it was between his front and the wall. Tokyo Drift style here through turn 4, I think that was. But still, they didn't joke at lap 4 out of 6. Still Magic Michael in the lead. He's building a gap somehow from VP Darwin Dalmer. But obviously, they only need to be in the top 3 to go through to the final.
So we are looking at top 3. And maybe car driver R1 could be in trouble when he's going for the Joker lap. He will lose some time there, but so
we
far,
can't Joker, right?
Yeah, so far it looks good. I mean, so he's still not jokering, so he's waiting for the Joker lap for the last lap.
Bit sad for VP for VP Okaraka, actually last right now.
He's out.
Seems like that wasn't really a
Also
lucky run for him.
TX3.
Quentin is still trying hard here to get closer to Driver R1, but it seems like Driver R1 was able to actually get the afterburner working on his Honda GRC car, get away a bit.
Car driver R1, we will see him jokering very soon. Right
he
after
should do it now,
he should do it now. He's doing it now, so that will be interesting to see if he can keep his 3rd place. And yeah, it's like 2 seconds that you are losing here.
Oh yeah, there's Quentin.
Easy,
Quentin was a bit late there. No chance for him to make a move on the Joker lap of Driver R1, unfortunately. And it seems like it will be TRL, VP, and eSports Plus Cars. 3 big Project Cars teams that get their drivers in the final of today's qualifier. This Magic Michael can celebrate another round win.
He made it very, very clean, very fast. I will look at the lap times as I've done it in the last weeks, so we can compare a bit over the platforms as well. But yeah, great. I think Quentin did a good job here, even if it was not enough go to the final. But anyway, yeah, here's the board, the results screen. Magic Michael with a 33.7 lap, winning by 3 seconds gap to Davin Daume. Great performance.
Yeah, once again, just showing all his class and skill set. Like, he's really able to control a race, and he's consistent. All the races he had so far in this qualifier series have been top 3 results. That's definitely something that you can be proud of, and that you should respect, because that's not an easy task at all.
Yeah, true. I mean, the field is filled up with great performing drivers every week.
I just think it's kind of interesting, because when we started Rallycross here in the A1 eSports League, people were like, "Oh, it's Rallycross, a bit random," because we did random grids in in quarters and round of 16 and all that. It's always random who wins, but that's not true. We see the same names that make it onto the semifinals. We see the same guys winning it. So it can't be that random.
No, it definitely not. I mean, we've seen it yet now.
It's top unnerved yet. We will see that when we head over to the PC qualifier. I mean, we'll be right after the grand final here on PlayStation. Obviously, the new G2 driver is something to look for. I mean, G2, they created a great lineup immediately after announcing their squad, basically. They have 3 drivers with us. We got Chembalo Bessie, we got Top Air, and we got 3D.
Yeah.
And there should be another one. Wasn't there another one? Maybe even 4 of the G2 drivers.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Not sure at the moment.
Could be. But on PC there are some great names, so we'll see if some of them at least can stop Topper or they can't. We'll find out soon. But before we do that, we will have, obviously, the PlayStation qualifiers. That's what we're in for right now. Just waiting for the invite, which gives us another quick chance to actually have a look at the groups. We will see here, like, the second semi-final group. Yeah, there we go. So we have Massa, Popsu, Boxer Forever, Azaziel, Edu, and Matty. So let me quickly remind. Popsu on 6, Massa should be 8th, Boxer Forever 2nd.
We could check the standings again, maybe, to compare here.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's have a quick look at that. So...
Yes, Popsu definitely.
Yeah, 6th. Massa is 9th. All right.
Yeah, but
Matty is 4.
Matty also need to defend, right? So he needs points as well in the 4th spot.
I think it's the biggest chance for Massa now. He's just on 370 points.
You're right. So Massa,
that's 15 to Popsu.
Massa, Popsu, very, very important to proceed to the final today. Matty also, I mean...
If Popsu does not make it, and Massa goes through, and positions himself in the middle at the grand final, he might get a spot at the last second here.
Yeah. But
so that will be very interesting.
Yeah, next week is Dirtfish Rally School track. Again, the chance, of course, to gather some points. But these guys definitely need a good performance today.
Yeah, we'll figure out soon how the performance will all look like for our contestants here in the A1 Esports League qualifier for Project Cars 2. And I guess we can quickly talk about the grand final once again.
Yeah.
So obviously, setup will change for drivers, so that they will get the rig, they will get the wheels, they will be on stage while doing that, they will be in front of an audience. We will get to meet them, which is a great thing, as always with offline events. Is there one on the list currently that is, let's say, one of the top guys where you think he could have a problem with racing in front of a live audience?
I'm not sure, because I don't know much of the people yet, so not very sure. I'm also not sure who is using what gear at home. Are they driving on the controller, or are they using a steering wheel? I think that most of them...
Everyone currently in the top 10 should be on wheel.
Should be using a steering wheel, especially with the clutch kick, starting and so on, and using it in the corners. It's very important to be fast, to be honest. But yeah, we will see. I mean, that will be the interesting part of it.
Just checking back with race control. Currently, there's nothing. We just told them that we wait.
I mean, we saw. I think it was. Who was spinning there? Ocker was spinning around, but we didn't see how it happened.
That's kind of true. I mean, we can't catch all the action. Shout out to our cameraman, Actual Vision. He always does a great job at the track. But how should he know? It's not like that there's a delay and he knows,
Yeah.
No problem. I got everything on all the cameras. I'll just choose the right one.
The problem there was that they split it right at the first lap to the Joker lap, so we had 3 people going there and 3 people going on the other side. And yeah, it's I mean, the track itself is a bit more clean to see what happens. Not like in Wildcrest last week. It was a bit more, yeah, not so easy to see all the action there, even from the driver's perspective. But in Daytona, you can see the other drivers in the Joker lap, for example, and that makes it more easy to calculate with the lines and so on. It's especially in that area, track is a bit more wide. You have more space, so it's.
I think turn 1 in Daytona gives great chance for different lines. We saw people diving in very early, sticking to the inside, trying to be as nimble as possible on their feet during the apex. And then there are some people that are doing like the powers, like going in sideways from the start and then just drifting through turn 1 into turn 2, which is then the gravel part onto the jump. So I just love that about Rallycross. It gives so many opportunities and so many options to actually brace and position your car.
Yeah, I mean, even in real life, the different driving styles. Sebastian Loeb is racing differently to Peter Solberg, for example, or Ken Block is going more sideways style, and Loeb's going more, or Ekström going more for a clean style of driving, and all those different approaches in their way are working. So
I mean, we saw that in our qualifier as well.
Yeah,
we had drivers that are very clean, like
so
trying to race more circuit style, and then we had the ones that were more about the fancy entries and all that stuff, trying to show the people and the audience, the viewers, that it's cool.
Rotex, I remember his turning in Lohiak, when he go really sideways, was amazing.
Just waiting right now. Where's the invite for our lobby so we can get semi-final 2 underway for you guys? But right now, there's no. You could just accept the old invite.
It will not work.
Join Magic Michael once again.
So René, did you check out the new DLC in Project Cars 2?
The new the Porsche one. Class. I mean, we talk about Porsche. You can't really overlook Porsche at all.
Yeah.
And having that with classic race cars, like from the centuries where cars were brutal, raw. I mean, they tried to kill you each and every time. They're not joking, those cars. They're not like, oh, we're a unit with our driver. That's not the case. Like old race cars, historic turbo-powered cars, they're basically like, I am the beast. You either tame me somehow and survive, or we all die together in a big fire.
Yeah, I mean they nailed the old cars, especially like when you drive it on the you can even race them on classic tracks like Hockenheim Classic and so on.
Isn't there Monster Classic as well? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is, and
sure about that.
Yeah, it's a great pack, even with the Porsche test venue in Leipzig. It's a cool venue because they try to make different tracks there. So they have elements from Spa, elements from Laguna Seca and so on one track, and that's very cool to test.
A bit like the Honda Japanese test track. Like Honda owns a test track in Japan, which has parts of many tracks, but it basically tries to mirror the Nürburgring a bit, so it has a lot of elevation changes. It even has a huge like oval part, so a lot of banking, where they tested, like back in the days, they obviously tested the EK9 on all the old Type Rs. I'm not sure if they do it nowadays, but that's what they did in the past. Well, I see we're in the lobby. You got us ready. We're just waiting for Boxer Forever, who needs to ready up, and as soon as that's done, we can actually head over to Daytona once again. If you would need to choose, if you would need to choose one racetrack in the US that you could visit, which one would it be?
It would be by 100% Laguna Seca, I think.
The corkscrew, trying to stand on it and look down on it.
Yeah. It's I like it from my own perspective and driving it in simulations and so on. That's definitely Laguna Seca. Second would be, I think, Sonoma. Watching a NASCAR race at Sonoma would be awesome. But there are a lot of great tracks. Like Sebring is also great.
Laguna Seca makes sense. It has a lot of banking in the corners, like even the small ones, which is kind of cool. But I think if I would need to get, like, if I could only go there for one event to watch, I would go Martinsville or Bristol and watch NASCAR.
It's the smaller tracks.
They're the short tracks. Totally into that. So there we go. It's Massa on first, Popsu second, then Boxer Forever, ACR Azaziel, and we got Edu and Matty on the inside far back.
Lights go green.
Off the line. It's green. Everyone roaring sounds, roaring machines here into turn 1. There's one Joker far in the back. That could be Matty. and
Nice.
Edu, but everyone clean through turn 1. That's the impressive part here.
Yeah, GTA Matty jokered already, and VP Massa is in the third spot. So we are especially looking at Popsu and Massa now, while they have to proceed to the final.
Yeah,
to
both
get
sticking
points.
together. It's kind of funny
Yeah.
to see that. I mean, Massa is in the best spot,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Popsu,
he's very
he gets
good.
pressure. Boxer Forever is a teammate of Massa. He knows that he needs to get rid of Popsu in there to make sure that he won't go through to the final today, to then keep it away from Vienna.
Yeah, that's a very interesting situation we've got here, even with the teams. We talked about it last week. and
Oh,
we
look
see
at that, look at that. Boxer Forever has the inside here. Popsu did a
Oh,
small
wow.
mistake in turn 1. They both go sideways
That will-
all the time, nearly touching the wall over the jump, but he managed to get through.
I already saw him in those tires, but he managed to get through there. What an amazing action.
Yeah, Massa now has his own teammate as some sort of wall and blockade between him and his rival Popsu there, but they need to hope for ACR Azaziel to steal away that spot from Popsu, and Azaziel jokered already. And look at that, how close he is to Popsu. Popsu now diving for the Joker. That should be the position for Azaziel.
Yeah, this is a position for Azaziel. Boxer for Popsu now really needs to hang on and really has to improve his speed or waiting for a mistake.
It's one of those moments where pressure really kicks in, because I'm pretty sure he is aware of this.
He's full of
He needs
adrenaline.
to get into the final of today's qualifier
He's,
in order to get enough points.
He knows the situation very well, I think, and he's now under full adrenaline.
Oh, look at that. The VP guys, they're trying the drafting run. They do full NASCAR here. Boxer Forever, no jokering. That was nice. Like, he got into the draft, tried to save a bit of time, and then go through. Where is Azaziel? Oh, that was close. Closer than I expected it to be.
Yeah, very close. Azaziel now still on the third spot. And we will see if...
But look at that. Popsu is still close.
Yep.
They all got together quite well, and VP Massa did not joker yet. So
he will lose.
Can Boxer Forever
probably.
block them long enough to
That's
get...
a
Oh,
little
Popsu, small mistake here.
You can't do it. So Massa now in the Joker lap.
Oh, very clean run. Look at that.
But he will lose.
To the inside, but Boxer Forever through.
Oh!
Oh, there is Azaziel. Azaziel up to second position right after Massa Joker. That puts Massa next to Popsu, his rival, on the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's so interesting now. I mean, there's Popsu. He has a great view here for this fight. And
One small mistake by the VP driver, and he's out of this.
And it's just one lap, Rene. One lap to go. He must take the spot. That's a fight now for the final today.
Very interesting. Like, Popsu is coming on turn 1. Last time that they need to go to turn 1.
Very sideways, too much.
Very aggressive. Massa with a slightly more like calm approach to the corner. Look at
so
Popsu goes. Oh,
sideways.
that was too much. Over-rotating the car, losing the rear end on turn 3 here.
I mean, he's on a...
He's on the edge. He's trying to push it. He wanted
edge.
to catch Massa, but that was too much. And this obviously gives at least a semi-final win to Boxer Forever here. VP's star driver in this league.
He's a big rival of Magic Michael, I think. And that's Azaziel securing that second position. And Popsu over-rotating again here. And Matty also not in the final. Also crashing here at the last corner. And that's Edu.
That is the perfect situation for Massa.
Yeah, Massa,
because Matty's in the top 6, Popsu's in the top 6, and both not making it to the final today. Wow.
Yeah, Massa making a lot of ground on this leaderboard.
Yeah,
even
Edu
now
here for NGR, not really up to the pace in semi-final. The rest of the group. But look at that, VP Boxer Forever, followed by ACR, Azaziel, and then it's Massa. So 2 VP guys through, and Popsu, he will be sitting at home now. He will be devastated because there's only one qualifier left for him now. It's only next week, and he needs to be in the grand final.
Yeah, that will be so intense. And Box Forever 1 second off to the best lap of Magic Michael. That's again...
But still, that's still a second.
Yeah, that's a second.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So another achievement here for Magic Michael, securing the fastest lap so far on PlayStation 4 semifinals with an outstanding performance. But not good at all for Matty and Popsu, to be honest, and good for Massa.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised about Matty. Popsu, I mean, I love that Popsu tried. I love when players and drivers try their best and try to push it. Obviously, he went over the top, but hey, If you don't try, you will never get it.
I can
So,
imagine him
I like
sitting
that.
there on his rig, like trying everything to get this done, but he sadly didn't.
Nope, it wasn't meant for him today, at least until race marshal says otherwise. But Popsu should be out of this now, as far as we know. So it's a bit unfortunate for the TX3 driver, the French team. They're big in Forza, big in Project Cars. It's big in racing in general. They also do iRacing, if I'm not mistaken, and GD Sports, obviously. So that will be a hard hit to them. If Popsu does not make it through to Vienna, he was there in the top 6 nearly all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And this will be a hard hit on them.
But that just shows how intense this tournament is and how skill-packed the field is. So anyway,
Magic Michael saying he wasn't even pushing for a best lap time. Yeah, now he's bragging.
yeah,
Now
I
he's
think
bragging. That's all right. We're just waiting for the invites to the final, but we can have a quick look at how it should look like in case it stays as it is as of right now. So we had the semifinals. We saw following result basically, which will bring us to this grand final here. Race Control doesn't have anything against it. Magic Michael, Massa, Darwin Daumer, Boxer Forever, Driver R1, and Azaziel. That means out of 6 drivers in the final, 3 come from the German team VP.
I've seen it, yeah. So such a strong presence of this team here, taking away all the final spots.
I mean, they could have one more. Okoroko is the only VP driver that didn't make it.
And he had
into
some
the
bad
final.
luck there in the semi-final. Strong
They
team.
could have been even harder on the grand final. Imagine a grand final with 4 out of 6 being VP guys.
Yeah.
That means to definitely score podium.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, that's a very, very good team. Yeah, we have talked about the American tracks. I think US tracks are well underestimated by a lot of Europeans because they have a lot of great racetracks. Sebring, Road Atlanta,
Circuit of the Americas.
Circuit of the Americas.
Obviously. All those ovals, I know ovals are not.
Yeah, the ovals are for the NASCAR and IndyCar fans. Indianapolis also has a great road course. I mean,
true, yeah. F1 was there. F1 are they still racing in Indianapolis? No, they're now at Texas.
The F1? The F1 is now in Texas, yeah.
Texas, yeah, which is Austin.
Yeah.
And Indianapolis was some years back. But Texas also has the Texas Speedway, which is an oval. Indianapolis has the oval, obviously, from the Indianapolis 500. From the Indy 500.
Indy 500, yeah.
Yeah, should be the white one, right?
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of great tracks out there.
What? Pixar Cars World is where I will visit. And what? What is that? Pixar are the guys that are doing the Cars movies. I know that.
Yeah, there seems to be a world around the
Is there
franchise.
a Cars world?
Like
For
Disneyland for the Cars franchise.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll be totally dig that. That will be pretty cool. So
I still haven't seen the newest movie.
Cars 3.
Yeah, I didn't see it yet.
I watched it. I went to the cinema.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, I forced her to. She never saw the car movies before. Like, obviously, we then saw it at home before, like 1 and 2. So I love those movies. They're amazing. And then we watched 3. I mean, 3 is...
Is it about e-mobility versus old?
That's not really the main part. Obviously, it is also about e-mobility because the guy, like the big rival, is now electric. But it's more about... McQueen getting old and realizing that he can't be the race winner all the time. Obviously, I can't watch that because then I will get very angry at my own life. Very sad afterwards. But yeah, it's deeper than the previous movies. It's really about a problem of McQueen realizing that there's no spot for him anymore due to electric mobiles and due to his age.
Sad. That's so sad.
Yeah, it's basically story of my life, man.
But talking about the old legends, Sebastian Loeb is now dominating the Mexico Rally in the WRC.
Oh yeah, true. He's back in rallying.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's doing some rallies this year, and he's just leading the field in Mexico right now.
Bush says 3 was better than 2. I like 2, but it was a different kind of movie. But the first one is where it's at. The first one where they had those cone hotels and then stuff like that. I totally love the first movie.
Yeah.
Ein echter Ferrari.
Yeah. I also seen the first movie. I'm not sure about the second movie.
The second is with the agent story, like where it's a bit of James Bond atmosphere.
Okay, so I think I just saw the first movie.
Then you should definitely see the second, man.
Okay, I will.
We have a
do it.
date now, romantic candlelight
yes.
and watching Cars 2.
I will be.
You can't touch my hair.
I will report on
later.
that next week.
During Qualifier 8, we'll have that. Currently, there's no invitation for the final, but Race Control said final is announced as we said, so it's still the same grid. Nothing changed there. So we will see Boxer Forever finally getting back on this pace and claiming a 4th win in the Qualifier series, or will it be Magic Michael now totally dominating and obviously always scoring podium?
Yeah, I think also Michael got better through this qualifier season. I feel the guys are, especially the best ones, are so much on point. You can't get them wrong anyway, so they really need bad luck to not stay there in the front, I think. They are just dominating.
The only risk I see for Magic Michael is he's not bragging as they say, I didn't really push in my semi-final, but you know what happens, like, we're both sim racers as well, and we know that it gets way harder when you start not being pumped anymore and fully concentrated. I mean, that's the worst. I was always my best time was to start. I'm very good on cold tires and I'm very good starting. So qualifying, I never do good. So I start all the way in the back, make up like 10 starting positions immediately. And then as soon as it's only about repeating your lap on the same tires, not really fighting with anyone, my performance drops. The same could happen to Magic Michael.
So
even
it
if the
would
race
be
is
perfect for you to make Rallycross.
Yes, that's why I always thought that Rallycross is where I should go to. I mean, NASCAR is kind of the same because due to cautions, I get that every single time. And let's be honest, most of the time you're stuck in a group. No matter if it's like a short track's a bit different. Sometimes you get away from each other a bit because you can still race even without draft. But Daytona, if you're not stuck in the pack, then you're lost anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I might not be the best driver when it comes to endurance racing.
So we are nearly ready. I'm in the session right now for the PS4 final for today.
Get it done.
But Rene, we have to remember the people of your little competition joining a final with a non-Honda Civic car.
Yeah, I know already. Like, the question is, Yuhan already made it once with a Polo, but we said it does not count if it's Yuhan. And Yuan, as far as I know, he will bring some eco power today. He will bring the Ford, which should be, something for you as a big Ford fan.
Great.
He will bring the Focus RSRX. Who the hell at Ford thought that this is a good idea?
Yeah, I mean they had no choice because
RSX.
But they wanted to have the name of the production model and then just put the Rallycross. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that.
Can we talk about that? Oh yeah, we're on the loading screen already, guys. Getting ready for the grand final here. Qualifier 7, PlayStation 4 it is. PC will follow right after, but we will probably find out now if Massa will score enough points to position himself in the top 6 before we head on to the last European qualifier next week.
That's the story more or less of this final now. Aside from Magic Michael maybe dominating it, but let's see.
Boxer Forever?
Yeah, Boxer Forever.
He has a lot of teammates in there.
Yeah, 2 people now, Boxer Forever and Magic Michael, very, 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 very fast. Also, Car Driver R1, I also see him with a possible...
Look at that. Look at that. Darwin Dalmas starting second, Driver R1 on third, Boxer Forever only fourth, but that's the inside. With Massa on 6. That will be very interesting. Green line, they're starting here in Daytona for the last race of PlayStation, and Darwin Dalman connects there. Gets off the track, but he's back fast enough. Still on the inside, still in a good position. Look at that, even with going off track.
Yeah, he's somehow secured it to the...
I think Massa, he should be the first one to choke
on the jump.
Who went off the track there? Driver R1 there. Maybe missing his GPS signal there, going over the jump, but still in third position. ACR Azaziel doing a great job here. Second to fourth, it's Magic Michael. That guy is like into the dust, into the sunset basically, with his beloved Honda Civic. And after that, it's Boxer Forever 6th.
Yeah, something happened. We didn't see it, but Boxer Forever with no chance at all to go back there to the front.
Yeah, I don't see him scoring in a top 3 here, which allows Magic Mike to create an even bigger gap. I mean, we don't really need to wait for that. Darwin Dahmer in second after he went off track right after start. Driver 1 still in third. Ezeziel fourth, and then it's VP Massa. I mean, Boxer Forever should let Massa score at least. He should not try to even overtake it.
I also think so, yeah. So he needs every single point, and yeah, Magic Michael is driving in another galaxy again. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that guy is just super quick. It will be interesting in the final because then all of them will race on one platform.
Yeah.
So Magic Michael will return to PC and race with everyone else. See, Driver 1 not really able to close the gap onto Darwin Dahmer, but Ezeziel, he jokered already, and Driver 1 is not far away. So as soon as Driver 1 jokers, Ezeziel is right on it.
Let's see if they go for the joker now. They don't go for the joker lap yet, so they will probably do it in the next 2 laps. So 2 laps then to go when they finish this lap. But yeah, Ezeziel is waiting for the guys in front of him to joker to get maybe even
Boxer Forever. Was there another mistake there?
Yeah, maybe his car is damaged. Oh, look at that!
Oh, Massa also. What happens to the VP squad here? The guys losing their, but this is just not good. This is basically pain.
Yeah, this is pain. He had the chance to get more points. I mean, still he got some points there for the board, but he should get.
Is that driver? Oh, Driver 1 jokering now. Where's Ezeziel? Ezeziel should be on the inside. Driver 1 very far on the outside. But Ezeziel, it seems like he did a mistake as well.
Mistake.
Oh, wow. Everyone under a lot of pressure today.
It's a doomed final, man.
They do mistake. Magic Michael still in the lead by nearly 3 seconds now, followed by VP Darwin Dahmer. So the only VP driver that actually stayed focused, stayed concentrated here in the final of PlayStation today.
And even by doing the Joker lap, he should be so safe. He has like 5 seconds gap.
Yeah, there's no chance for Driver 1 to get in there. Shout out to Mitchell de Jong, whose cars Driver 1 is racing here. Mitchell de Jong, I met him during Gamescom. During the Project Cars World Final. He was there, so Magic Michael might score another podium, which means 7 qualifiers out of 8 done, and Magic Michael was able to be on the podium every single time.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty much. We will meet him definitely in Vienna. He should be through there, and yeah, seeing car driver R1 making some mistakes, it would have been even easier for Massa to score some decent points.
Yeah, Massa did not. Look at that. Boxer Forever even did not give him the spot. So Massa came into the grand final, but only 6th. I think VP should have done better here. Like, VP should have tried to push Massa. Boxer Forever should have stayed back. He's 2nd on the leaderboard. There's no reason for him to get 5th instead of 6th. So bringing up Massa would have been the smarter choice here. But it seems like no orders on VP side, which is fine. I mean, I like that as well. But for Massa, that's not the perfect outcome he could have hoped for, because all his rivals are not in the final of today.
So it will be even harder next week for him to get a better position. And we've seen sub 34 laps of Magic Michael and also VP Dahmer, Darwin Dahmer. He also got a 33.9. Good lap.
Yep, and he scored a podium, another podium obviously for Magic Michael, unfortunately not for Boxer Forever, so it seems like we know who's the best PlayStation driver right now, at least from the European qualifiers. We'll see in the final when he meets all the PlayStation players, all the PC players, because all of them will race in just one tournament in our final in Vienna, so that's something to look for.
And we will see the PC players just soon.
Just soon. That's true, but it's actually right after this break right now, because we will bring everything for you guys. We'll put everything together for the PC qualifier number 7 of the A1 eSports League Austria, the Project Cars Rallycross tournament. So stay with us, stay in chat, just get some chips and Coke or anything else you want to drink. I don't want to do any advertisement. Other drinks available, and see you right after the break with more Project Cars action.
whose eye is stained with tears, a wretch hell-bound and bent on blood, the makings of the fearful spheres. The tide it stole away her grace, but depths they wouldn't claim her. Toil begat by father's blood, this path was laid before her. Redemption born by brigand's blood, of blood upon the darkness. The pact embraced, the road unsought, the maiden of death won't be unwrought.
Welcome to Eurodance. In the
No, we're
90s.
back. It's A1 Esports League Austria. It's Project Cars Qualifier number 7 out of 8, at least for Europe. It's the Daytona racetrack. We just saw Magic Michael once again dominating PlayStation, and now we're up to PC.
Yeah, I mean Field, Magic
Thanks.
Michael,
Yeah.
boom. Yeah.
Field Michael, boom,
Yeah,
done.
Magic Michael just dominated again. Yeah, we are on PC.
We call him Michael Air Jordan now.
Yeah, we
Not
have
Michael
the
Air
PC
Magic.
right now, and we also have like a person that is more or less dominating. Not that much like Magic Michael is doing, but he's still very fast. Topper.
That is
But-
true. G2, he signed him. G2 now has a Topper on their lineup, and that brings us to the standings, guys, on your screen right now. So FA Racing, that's Fernando Alonso Racing, G2 Logitech G, currently leading with a Topper 545 points, nearly as impressive on the scoreboard as Magic
And-
Michael is on PlayStation,
Yeah.
because he never went third. He only
Yeah.
came second and first,
That's true.
but no podium on the first
Aside
race.
of the first round. But then we see Oscar Rotex. He made it now to the second position last week. Yeah, overtaking Yuhan TV here in the standings. Yuhan TV didn't make it to the podium last week. That's why he dropped to third position. Still a very good spot, but not that secure like Topper is. Then we have VP Isaac in the fourth position, followed by just 10 points difference. F4H Motorsport James 28 on the podium last week in Wildcrest in South Africa. And we have Freedy with 400 points. There's a good gap between the 6th and the 7th spot. So Stuka, Kufi, Ace, and Isaac Price are the ones to look at today. They are so close together.
Then we have the G2 driver whose name I was missing, Isaac Price. He's
Yeah,
currently
yeah,
in 10th or 9th, depending on how you see it. But he is
Yeah.
another G2 driver.
True.
But I'm not sure if he made it into semi-finals. Freedy, I'm pretty sure about him. Topper as well. I mean, he's currently leading.
Yeah.
Oscar Rotex, no question there. Even if he only got 2 podiums so far, this guy knows how to race and how to throw around a GRC car for sure.
But for Germany, Stuka, he has of course a chance. Still, he must score a lot of points today. Same goes for Kufi and Ace. So it will be interesting to see if they are in the semifinals and if they have the chance to gather more points this week here in Daytona.
That is turn. That leads us to the groups that we will have today here for the PC qualifier. They're on the screen once again. Let's bring them up. Who managed to get into the semi-final? It's G2 Topper on our first group. F4H James, Georgo Baldi. Great to have him back. Vilinga, TRS, Yuhan TV, and VP Stuka. They will all race in the first semi-finals. On the first race we will see today. And then second semi-final is led by VP Isaac 21, Oscaro Rotex, G2 3D. So that
There he is.
top 3 already sounds like a cool thing. Jonathan Zorodu.
He's new, right?
I think he,
Yeah.
at least to me, he's new. And Oscaro Mark, and last but not least, TRS Charil. I just saw that his name is with an I after the J. Charil Yal.
So-
I have no clue.
Cheryl, so Isaac Price is not here today. In the
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So
semifinals.
G2 will definitely not bring Chem Bullock-Bassey to the final.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sure not Isaac Price, because
Yeah,
he
it will
would
be
need to
difficult.
win next week
Mm.
and hope that everyone else does not even reach the semi-final.
But the same is for Ace, right? No Ace here in the board?
VPAs.
Yeah.
I mean, he launched off to space in the quarters,
Yeah.
as far as I know, so he probably did not make it through to the semi-final. We will see.
We will
But
see.
that's the groups we will have for today's PC semi-finals. I'm in the lobby already, which means we will hop over to Daytona very soon.
But
So,
seeing new names here shows me, even if Isaac Price didn't make it here to the semifinals, that also the competition also in the quarterfinals is very tough, to be honest. But we cannot cover.
would be
all of
boring
this.
if that wouldn't be the case, right?
Yeah. So let's see.
Isaac, he did not even manage to get to the quarters. He went out round of
Oh.
16. He will not be happy about that for sure.
That's not much
That
points.
is pretty much sure, but we got the loading screen on. Beautiful Daytona by night. We just during the loading screen we just wait for the sun to rise
And then we
because
start the race.
and wait, RX cars, do they have real lights? No.
They have just have the brake lights in the back.
Yeah, but do they have proper front lights? Like NASCAR is only
they
stickers.
Don't, they don't have lights. It's all fake. Like
yeah, so there we go. So we can't race at night. We could try, but we would need a lot of light on the racetrack. Topper G2 is leading the pack here. James on second, obviously. Ash Gobaldi on third. UNTV fifth. Stuka sixth. Electrovision giving us everyone before the start. Topper launches off the line, but look on his inside already into turn one. There is Charles Yarving trying to push on through on the inside. Does he do it?
That guy is a surprise, man. So G2 Topper in the second position, following James. It's James. Yeah, it's James.
It wasn't Jarvel, that my mistake, sorry.
No problem. So Topper now into James. James going very, very sideways. Oh, a lot of contact there.
Yeah, they're connecting again, but still. Oh, look at that. It's a bit like traffic once again in New York. Everyone tries to be first onto a traffic light, but still Topper in the sandwich there. He's second, but look at how closely he follows FRH James here. Yeah, that was a smart move. James just tried to avoid the fight.
I also think that was a smart move, but he will be in traffic now. If it goes wrong.
Oh! Someone spun out in the back, totally rotating through
Baldi.
Gobaldi with a mistake in the chicane, clipping the inside. And that was James. That was James. Yeah, James is all the way back to sixth position. Wow, he was first, then jokering, and then he went totally under control, spinning around like a satellite launched into space. Wow, that must be hard.
So we will see if Stuka can catch up to Vilinga. Stuka now also under the VP banner.
Stuka was, I think, he was VP. No, he wasn't
but
VP
look,
all the time.
Johan got a penalty. Johan got a penalty.
That will be hard for him because, I mean, yeah, he is third, and there's only 1.1 second to his teammate Vilinga on fourth.
No,
wait. Oh, Stuka is next.
Yeah.
Vilinga is third, Johan is second, right?
Didn't run so good for...
It's also not Johan getting this.
No, I got it.
It is Vilinga getting
it. It is Vilinga, sorry for that. So Vilinga has a penalty, and Stuka is hoping for that spot, for the third spot to proceed to the final.
Everyone joked very early, win lap 4 out of 6. Everyone went to joke already. Topper still leading, but didn't joke it, but there's also a 2.5 second gap already.
Yeah, the gap is enough, I think, so we will see him soon in the Joker lap. But he has all time of his life to do it. He was waiting for the last lap to make the Joker. But
which is alright. I mean, he's leading the race. He got the gap needed. They were on board with Stuka, who's currently in fourth.
Yeah, he can
shy out of going to the final.
Yeah, he needs every single tenth of a second to close that gap. We don't know how big the penalty of Vilinga is.
2 seconds. It's 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah, so it's he's slightly in right now.
Oh yes, that will be so interesting. So final lap starting now, and Topper needs to go for that Joker lap, and he does not forget it.
Once saw it live on stage at Gamescom, Rallycross Daily Final. The leader forgot to take the Joker lap. Probably got he got disqualified, lost in new GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. So that was a bad day for him. But Topper, he did all the right things here. Still leading right in front of UHAN TV and then Charvel. So both TRS guys in the top 3 right now.
Topper with a mistake. That's not common to see him doing that, but it was UNTV.
No, he crossed the line already. It's alright.
So Stuka should
Baldi
be...
with a mistake there. Look at that. Baldi maybe drop. We will see it on the leaderboard. So Stuka should be in. Yeah, Vilinga dropping to fourth, giving Stuka the position for the final of today's qualifier. Unfortunately, James, after the crash, Georg Baldi with his mistake in the chicane, they're both out.
Yeah, Georg Baldi, it was great to see him here again. I remember last week he had a problem with the steering wheel, like it was disattached and he couldn't start the race. So this week it was possible for him to race. Finally, but Stuka, well deserved, I mean, because he just made it to close this gap, to stay inside of this 2 second penalty of Vilinga and securing that spot for the final.
Once again, I'm questioning if people try to look too much for best laps. I don't want to blame anyone. It's just we saw it previously on PlayStation. People spinning in the grand final because they're going too hard. Obviously, Popsu tried to get back into a spot for the grand final.
Mm.
And we're seeing Balder here touching the inside. But is it them pushing too hard, or just Rallycross being quite dangerous? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's hard to control these cars on loose
That's
surfaces.
it. I think that's it. The cars are moving a lot in certain situations, and yeah, sometimes you cannot calculate every opponent around you, and there are so many of them, especially in the starting situation. Like you have 4 to 5 cars next to you, and you have to find your line. And somehow there is someone, and then it's too late. And I totally see that happening also in real life. Oh. What are you looking for?
Oh, I thought that's the thing, the button to actually lower your seat. I was looking at the feet like you look way taller than me, so I
am.
thought I'll do it to sneak away and just drop you on camera, but it's
No,
the other side.
I'm in the lowest spot already there, so I can try to.
Can I get? No, wait. I can go up.
Hey, we can do it.
No,
So
I
now
can go up.
The whole
Look at that.
situation changed. Well,
Yeah, this is how it should be.
Yep.
Me above you, but let's not talk about
asshole.
let's not talk about that. But what we could talk about quickly is the second group that we will have shortly, because we're just waiting for the invite there. So we saw semifinal number 1, and we'll head into semifinal 2, where we'll see Rotex, which is currently second on the leaderboard. Isaac21 from VP, obviously one of the top guys as well. G2 3D, he's a bit down low in the top 6. Jonathan, who's new to us, at least. Oscar Mark, and then TRS Charvel. Oh, it wasn't... Oh yeah, it was TRS Vilinga. I don't know why I got him wrong with Vilinga and Charl. They're not the same.
They are not.
They're
No,
not.
No, they are not.
Obviously not. Obviously not. Activision says, let's not talk about what happens off stream. No. Nothing. We just, Oh! Charl. Oh, look at that! I was like, I never wrote him with an I behind the J, but on my list today,
Yeah.
it was an I behind. I can prove that, Charl. I can prove that. On my list, your name was different, man. Give me a sec. I will just do it for him now. Give me a sec. I will just change this. Look at that. Look how good we are. We can change stuff on the fly here.
Shovel Yaving.
No, I deleted the wrong
Cheryl.
letter. Oh no, wait.
Now you open the developer console.
Now everything goes south.
Shovel Gel.
Give me a
Cheryl
second.
Gelwing.
Give me a second. There we go. Charles, look at that.
Cheryl Gelwing.
Your name is alright. And I was like, who the hell would put a J next to an I on that? But it was just wrong on our list. I'm so sorry,
but
man.
we want to be 100% correct, and now it should be fine.
Yeah, Rotex getting some support by his teammate here, Rossi46 in the chat, supporting the Oscaro squad racing. But yeah, that's the second group that you will see just shortly. So no, Activision, that's not how to spell it. That's not how to spell it. 3D will slap. We will see that. I mean, 3D on top of GTU could really dominate this completely. They say invite should be out soon. Obviously not this one here. So nope, until now I don't have an invite, but we will expect it very shortly now, that we can dive into the rest here and get the second final underway. Who will win that? Who will win the second semi-final, man?
Yeah, it's not so easy to say because there is no topper in the group, but I think it's pretty open. Not sure. I'm also curious on the new guy. I mean, he must be fast when he is in the semifinal. We've seen several other names not appearing here in the semifinal. But he made it. That means that he was faster than the guys that we are used to.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
That will be interesting to see. Some new spirit here in the field. Mixing...
Just imagine Jonathan winning this and then going to the final winning it as well. And then announce the next week during the Qualifier 8 that Jonathan was signed by G2. Danny Engels, G2 team manager, he will be like this.
Since he's not at the board yet, it will be very difficult to go to Vienna then.
That's kind of true. He would need to score 1,000 points with a win.
I mean, in the first qualifiers, we told you sign up, get your spot, but now it's slightly late to make it to Vienna.
Unless you're Austrian.
Unless you're Austrian.
Then you can go to the Austrian qualifier there.
Yeah.
That's
That's the
simple as it
chance.
is.
Yeah.
Simple as it is. So,
But do we have a confirmed
or wait.
date for the final yet? That we
Not
can
as
tell?
far as I know.
Okay.
Oh wait, I know that someone asked me to be available on a day. Let me check that. Let me check it.
You told me a date, but I'm not sure if we can communicate it to
Yeah.
people.
No,
Like-
no, no, no,
Okay,
no.
okay.
That was a different date. I
Okay.
was thinking about now. Nope, nope. I can't tell you. Because I don't know.
All right.
I would love to tell you, but I can't. Probably it will be announced after this one. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I don't know.
So we are waiting for the invite for the second semifinal.
Yeah. I mean, if we get it, I will very happily join that session, but not until now.
But the
Maybe they
track,
don't-
the track is good, I think. What was your favorite track in this whole qualifier to this point
Favorite track.
so far?
Wildcrest was kind of cool, I have to say.
Yeah, it was.
But I also love Lydden Hill, I have to say.
Yeah, I agree.
But it was a bit.
Lohiak was also amazing. Lohiak,
Okay,
Hill.
probably it's
Yeah.
Hell. Yeah, probably my
Hell.
favorite track was Hell.
Okay.
I mean, it's just amazing how they go down, like, downhill to the gravel,
Yeah.
180, and then going through the chicane, and then this last corner that totally f***s me up every
Yeah.
single time I
But
try to go through there.
but talking about the intent of the races we had in the qualifier, I think it was Lohiak and Lydden Hill,
Yeah, it could be.
and also
that's fair.
Wildcrest, obviously. It was
Wildcrest was really, really good.
last
Like, it was
week
a good show.
yeah. Last week was very, very action-packed.
That is true. So I'll leave this session just to be sure that nothing happens there. Isaac just added me, so I'm pretty sure Isaac should be the host on that session. So I just need to wait. There it is. Look, we'll just talk about it,
Yeah,
and then
here
we
we
get
go.
the invite so I can join. Guys, that means we will get this underway.
So, if you have any questions about the race format, about the cars, the drivers, and so on about us, just leave it in the comments in our Twitch chat. And make sure to get a reminder that we will have the 8th qualifier next week. Also, like 6 p.m. is the time.
Yep. Obviously, we need to wait until the cup starts. If you're always wondering, like, why are they not starting exactly
Yeah.
6 p.m.?
There is no fixed date.
Yeah, because we need to wait for the cup to be at semi-final level for us to dive in there. That's how it should be. I just had to smile because Isaac says second position is better here. He's looking for excuses already. He's like, oh, I'm starting first, so I can't moan about not being first. So today I will just say no. I mean, Daytona, yes, you start on the inside. It's a bit easy to get into turn one, especially with Joker being on the outside rather than being on the inside corner.
Yeah.
So he might be right. Still, I just love how he comes up with that before we even start.
I think Actual Vision is missing here in this session.
Yeah, I don't see him in the session.
Aside from that,
currently.
we are ready to start. I think
Probably it's Jesus.
yeah, that should be the
Jordan.
Jonathan guy, I think.
Jonathan, yeah, Jordan.
yeah.
Jonathan, not Jordan.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Jesui 007 is Jonathan, and the rest is well known to us. Gerald Jelving, Oscar Mark, Freedy, Rotex, and Isaac waiting to get it going.
Yeah, just letting them know so Isaac does not forget about inviting our cameraman. Currently doesn't have an invite, but Isaac probably pumped already. He's like, I can't invite anyone anymore. I really want to get going. Racing. And that's the best part about racing. I really never get tired of it, and I never get aggressive. Man, I had days, like, I can tell you, back then when racing was picking up pro level, so when ESL was running the Pro League, not Pro League, was ESL Pro Series on Live for Speed, and for the Amateur Series, there was a qualifier where you need to do hot laps.
Yeah.
I always had the sense that the clock was actually cheating on me. And during one qualifier, I signed for a bigger team because you had to qualify for it every season, and it wasn't the season where it was the season where I went pro, but obviously it was the start, so it was the previous season. I had to qualify for amateur series because I had a contract running with the team, and I felt so cheated by the clock. I actually took the wheel and smashed it against the wall. The bad thing about that was that 20 seconds later, I realized that I actually had to qualify.
Yeah.
So I had to get going buying another wheel. I mean, that's over 10 years ago, but I was just so frustrated by it. It was like, can't be true. I am faster than that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Wait, nowadays, just because Ewan says he saw me racing when I streamed NASCAR. Nowadays, I don't get that frustrated anymore. That's not true. Like, sometimes I'm a bit pissed for a second, but it's not that bad anymore. It's not that bad. So, what vote for start? Get it going here before
Yeah.
I spoil even more weird stories about the years where I was racing. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
There were weird
So
years.
we are ready to start this second semi-final here on PC. As I mentioned, pretty looking forward to the new guy. So what
To
will happen?
Jesus. Jonathan Jesus.
Jesus.
007.
Jesus. It's French.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
You
why.
got it wrong.
Yeah.
His name is Jesus 007, which means he is James Bond. But
With
anyway,
the license to
here
kill
you go.
people on the starting grid. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah,
So-
Isaac and at the pole spot, then Oscar Rotex getting the slightly better spot, and Freedy G2 powered, and Jesui, it's Jonathan, and Oscar Mark, and on the 6th spot here, Cheryl Jelving, and the light is going to Reed.
Yeah, off the start, once again, four-wheel driven beasts going off the line here. Rotex goes in as first into turn one there, like another three guys joking, and there's someone side by side right behind him. That was Jonathan, I think. No, Jarvel. And who's the guy in front of him? That's Isa. No, that's
It's
Oscar Mark.
That's Oscar Mark, and we have a spinning around.
I think Jarvel pushed
Oh,
a bit
that's a
too
big one.
crazy into him.
What a crash.
big one here on lap number one, but
They are
everyone's
all
back on
they
the
are all
track.
fine. They are all fine. They're crashing into each other, everyone, but they are still fine. What was that? A camera thing. So the Neo guy Jonathan now at the last spot.
Yeah, but he's still hanging on to the group there.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if Jarvel went a bit too hard into Oscaro Mark there.
Yeah.
Mark is now, he's jokering.
Yeah,
Where's
nearly
Rotex is
everyone.
leading currently.
Yeah, Rotex is the winner of this whole situation. I mean, he had the space there, and he just jumps. He just drove away out of the trouble. He has a 4.4 second lead. It's so safe for him.
Yeah, I mean,
can just
Isaac,
drive it.
I mean, they all jokered.
Yeah.
Isaac jokered as well, but Rotex with 4-second lead, which is nearly 5 seconds.
Yeah.
There's nothing to worry about.
It's still this real-time gap again, some bumping. The guys need more overview here in some situations, I think.
Oh yeah, Oscaro went too deep into the apex. I saw it there. He had to correct his steering once again. He couldn't go all in with just one movement. Had to correct. Lost a bit of time here, but still on the back of Charles. But this is not the position Mark wants to be in, and Mark bumps him again. Gets on the inside of Charles. Can he do it? This is a very narrow
There's
section.
no space. There's no space. Camera lost action here, and they still are bumping into each other.
But Mark may, I think he forced his way through there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he did.
So this is Jonathan, Jesui 007. Okay, Rotex was joking now. I was.
Yeah,
wondering.
so Rotex is still safe. Jonathan is in fourth, right behind Freedy, who's going in the last spot to go through to the grand final.
But Freedy hunting down Isaac.
Look at that, beautiful. He went through that turn, saved a bit of time, saved a bit of way basically to get in there.
I hope he will not overdo it. He has secured the spot for the final. I think the 1, 2, 3 positions are pretty much done.
Once again, Freedy is on the back of Isaac. Isaac under a lot of pressure here. Hopefully none of them will do a mistake here. But Freedy is not giving up. He wants that second position. Obviously, that gives him a better starting position with like a fast overall time,
Yeah.
but a starting position in the final. So he wants to move up onto Isaac, but for that he needs to grab his position right now. Rotex, the Frenchman, he will celebrate already. Basically, he's lap 5 out of 6.
But it's not done yet. One more lap to go here. And we see Freedy sideways here in the first corner, but I think he will not try to overtake Isaac.
Might be a bit too risky actually, unless Isaac does a mistake.
Yeah.
Freedy looks a bit more on the grip side here. During the part in the gravel, Rotex, I mean they got close to Rotex. Did Rotex do a mistake? He's the white car up front.
But Yeah, there was just the finish line ahead, and he made it.
Yeah, Rotex impressive once again. Managed to get through his first here on the second semi-final, and it's Isaac and 3D following up right after.
Yeah, also a good showing here of the new guy in 4th position, but man, that was a dirty race. Especially in the beginning, we saw a lot of crashing and people bumping into each other. But here we see the final results. A clean 34 lap from Rotex, followed by Isaac. Also they are very closely together here. So performance-wise, for lap times, everything under the 34 lap is very fast, and it was a very fast group indeed. But
they did good. It was just that was messy.
Missing overview.
Yeah, it was messy once again. Something that we see a lot on races where people, like when you practice too much in your own sessions, and you're not practicing with others, or just, of course, public practice. Nowadays, no one does that anymore. Back then, we still did it. We just went on public service to practice. But you just need more guys to actually learn about different braking zones, because you just practice the perfect line. But let's be honest, during a race, especially on Rallycross, getting the perfect line is nearly impossible. There's always someone in front of you, on your back, sideways, whatever. So I guess it's a bit about how they practice right now.
I mean, it was some kind of a chain reaction, I guess. Like someone is braking and then someone is crashing into the first guy, and then chain reaction. That's what I see. What's happening there. But yeah, of course, that will be a semi-final which Race Control has looked into and they will do. So we will now wait for the confirmation of the names for the final. So
yeah, I'm not sure if we will see someone changing in the top 3.
I also don't see that.
I mean, top 3 seem to be right, at least to me. The rest of the pack, obviously they can get penalties, but that's something we don't really need to worry about right now, because that can be done afterwards. It's only about positions in semi-finals. But for the top 3, I mean, Rotex, he should be fine. 3D, don't see any problem with that.
No.
Who was the third guy?
Not sure.
Isaac.
Isaac
was second, 3D was third.
Isaac 21.
So Isaac should be fine as well. At least we didn't saw it earlier, but there was a huge mess around that, which basically only excluded Rotex. So it could hit anyone. I'm just waiting. Race Control will check now for the top 3 if that was alright. Because if it is, we can just dive into the grand final once again. You said that already, guys. If you, like Michael talked about that, if you want to sign up for it, you can still do it. play.eslgaming.com, head over to the Project Cars section, and then you can sign up for the last European qualifier, which will be held next week, Saturday, which is the 17th. But there's an Austrian qualifier, like Austrian-only qualifier, coming up as well. So if you're Austrian and you're into racing, then better head over to the page, sign up for the Austrian qualifier already, PlayStation or PC. Both will obviously happen, because we will qualify another 2 from both platforms for the final, and then we will merge all of that. We'll merge the Austrians and the Europeans, because Austrians are Europeans. So we can merge it easily, and we'll also merge the platforms. We'll merge PC and PlayStation, and they will all race together.
I mean, if it will be interesting to see the Austrians coming in there, because the guys from the 8 qualifiers, they know their driving styles and so on. And the Austrians will bring a new mix into this field.
But we had Austrians in the semi-final and final, maybe even, on some of the first qualifiers.
Yeah, they also competed in that qualifier.
They did pretty well. So I can expect them to have a good qualifier. I mean, we will broadcast it.
That's a valid
point.
We'll
see how good it is.
That's a valid point, yeah.
I really want to see a local hero. It would be so amazing to have like an awesome ground-shaking Austrian driver coming into the final in front of his home audience, racing for the 15,000 euros that are on the line here in the A1 Esports League Austria for the Project Cars part. But we're not that far into it yet, so we will have to wait for the end of the qualifiers. But end is near, unfortunately, which means that we will leave this studio and go into the other studio to do the Austrian qualifiers. At least that's I think how it happens, and then the grand final.
what came to my mind is where was the Focus RS RX?
Yuan, not joking. Due to the lobby bot, Ewan was not able to choose, and he was like, "I don't want to delay this, and I don't want people to get invited another time and
Yeah,
delay the show further." So he was
Okay.
grateful and told us he will do the Honda instead of the Ford. So that's
Good
why we
move.
didn't saw the Ford.
Good move.
I'm sorry for you. Should I hack you somehow?
So we should
I don't know.
repeat the second semifinal.
just to see the Ford.
Just for my pleasure.
And for the grand final, we won't tell anyone. We'll just ban the Honda.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The rule set 1 hour before we start the grand final, we just come around with a paper saying, guys,
yeah,
here, Honda
no.
Civic is banned.
Honda Civic is banned. Yeah.
So, final announced. All right. So, that means we can show you the final as well. That means it will stay as it was before. So, just to remind you about how the whole PC qualifier number 7 came together. So, we had the semi-finals going on here. And then we had those results with Topper, UNTV, and Stuka dominating the top 3 of the first semi-final, and Isaac, Rotax, and Freddy doing the same on the second semi-final, which means they will all meet each other in our grand final today. And this will be a crazy situation. I mean, 2 VP drivers, not as many as in the PlayStation final of today, but still, only 1 Oscaro, 2 G2, and 1 TRS.
Yeah, good mix here in this field, and it will be interesting to see UNTV hunting Isaac and Topper there. So that will be intense.
Well, I'm looking forward to a very, very good final
looks
here.
like a great
I mean,
final.
that is a good group to watch. I just hope it won't be as messy as the semi-final 2, because semi-final 2 was a bit messy, and obviously they need to sort of like, I can't understand. I can understand that it happens because I raced for so many years. Yes, people do mistakes. They do it in real life. You can watch every real life series. They do the same. But having that, like seeing the same guy bumping into someone multiple times while camera was just on him without any other cut in there, it just shows that people are not reacting to what's happening. They're just pushing. They just keep going.
Yeah. So true. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see a different picture during our final of today, and just waiting for our invite to get into the lobby and then get the final going. I mean, final should be either Rotax host the lobby or Topper.
Yep.
So I should have both in my list. Yep. So nothing to worry about that.
Should be Topper, right? Yeah.
I think Topper was the fastest.
Yeah, I also think
in terms of overall time.
Yep.
So
but it also Rotax also got a very free space before him, so I'm not sure about the overall race time. So they both had like clean first places. So yeah, we will see. Yeah, so in the chat something's happening. Are there any questions, Ray?
Yeah, Kawanda. I wonder if Kawanda is referring to the Kawanda team, like the iRacing team. Kawanda SimSports? SimSports? Is that? It's always hard. They all have a different second part, but it's they're racing the iRacing World Championship on the GP part, but I also think in the endurance, if I'm not mistaken, together with the guys from Redline and not Pulse, Hoistwinkel as well, and everyone else is basically in there, G2 as well. So there are a lot of big teams. Oh yeah, SimSprout. Is it really SimSprout?
SimSprout.
For real. VRS Kawanda, I knew about that. That's VRS, but it's not like the Baseball World Championship. It's because they allow European teams. I mean, that's the cool part about baseball, right? It's the World Series. The World Series winner, but the teams are from America and Canada, and the US is not even the strongest country right now in terms of baseball. I just love that.
They are not?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's still Cuba, Japan,
of course,
who's really, really strong. Is it Dominican in English? Dominican Republic?
Yeah, it could be.
They are very strong in baseball as well. So Then iRacing allows everyone, so iRacing is fine as World Championship. Can totally live with that. No issues there. So, is there an invite for me? That gets us into the lobby. Not right now, because
yet.
obviously we need to wait until all the players join
Yeah,
first.
we are the last ones to get invited.
What he says? UN, don't you mean new fan? I just love the banter in the chat every single time. Like, that's the cool part about the guys knowing each other. So, iRacing Rallycross allows everyone who wants to wake up at 2 a.m. Danny, I actually wanted to sign up for that, but it's kind of problematic with 2 a.m. But does it not start end of this month?
Yeah.
22nd. But I think I'm gone at the 22nd. I would love to give it a shot, but we'll see. We will see. Oh yeah, they also changed the sponsor. That's kind of true.
Yeah.
World Super Bowl Series. No, we're not mixing that up. Actually, we're not mixing everything now. It's totally fine. But yeah, I mean, Rallycross is an upcoming thing, and I think it fits esports very well with the system.
I mean, racing is the only esports or racing in general is the only sport where you have to focus 100% all the time. Like in other games, you have those breaks. You don't need to focus like in every single situation. You need to be on the line, on point. Especially on Counter-Strike or whatever, you have a new round. Yeah, you have a little break for your head and so on. You go back into the action and then have to focus. But in racing, you are focused all the time because you need to be on the line and you have to see what's happening and so on with your steering.
I mean, yeah, there is a high level of concentration needed for racing in general, and also for esports racing. But like I said, I just think with Rallycross, which is built around semifinals, finals,
the format,
which gives the format gives more action. I mean, there are different races, people coming back, which is something fans normally really like. I mean, the problem with classic motorsport outside of Rallycross is that if your favorite drivers does a mistake, unless it's NASCAR or something similar where you get cautioned, get back to the pack. If you're out, you're out. Most of the time, that's the case.
Yeah.
Of course, endurance can be quite different because in 24 hours a lot can happen. At least in the 24-hour events. But when it's about short races that people can watch and enjoy the action, then Rallycross is the thing to look at.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. And we have an invite. I see things are happening here. We are a minute away from the start of this PC final with Topper.
Wait, what? Give me a second. Can I see it?
What's wrong?
I just want to know our settings.
Ah, you are doing...
Oh, well, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it's Topper, UN TV, Oscar Rotex, Isaac, Freedy, and Stuka. So, I see Stuka's in need.
That's a different car. Topper is.
Yeah, it's a Focus. Yeah, Topper is
true. Topper can. Yeah, they were just checking out if they can change cars, and they can because we see both G2 drivers now on different cars.
Will they take the Focus? I think they will switch back to the Honda.
Yeah, I really fear you won't get your
Focus. Start the race.
As long as there's a Focus on it, start it.
Start it.
Get it going.
Yeah, I think they will
get
switch
it going.
Is Johan maybe using the Focus now in the final?
He still can't change it.
He's not able to change it. So
I don't want to say it, Johan, but probably Ford is not really okay with you racing their car.
Maybe, yeah. But Topper still is using the Focus. It would be so great to see Topper.
I can't see that happening. I mean, I vote start now.
I also can't see that
so
happening.
I'll just wait. Just wait. If he goes for the Ford, that's pretty risky. I mean, on the other hand, he had enough wins.
Yeah, Topper is so safe. I mean, he could...
Podiums besides round 1, and I'm not even sure if he was signed up in round 1.
He could use the Escort from the 80s or from the 70s now. But he's using the Focus. Topper is using the Focus.
In the final, Topper, Boxer Forever, and Magic Michael, they all get the RX Lite series.
Yeah.
we will do that. We'll put them on RX Lite.
Amazing. Topper now at the pole spot. We will see the Focus for the first time here. That's so great. But
Top
yeah.
really sticking to the fort. So we see
Yeah,
some
yeah.
echo boost action. Look at that. There's this two-colored car that reminds me of Bar Honda, although he is
UNTV,
back in F1.
Rotex, Isaac, Freddy, and Stuka, the heroes of our final on PC. Let's get.
Yeah, it's qualifier number 7 PC final.
Oh!
Underway. Topper moved a lot on the starting
Moved
line.
a lot.
And look at that. He lost the position outside and inside, both overtaking him.
Yeah,
but
but
they're going for the Joker. Instead, Yuhan on the inside with a Honda. He's beating the 40 he wanted to take.
But he's making it to the second spot now. UNTV, by going to the inside, just secured this first position now. It's pretty amazing for him.
Yeah, he went through right on turn 1. Group now looks a lot better at the start than the
Yeah.
semi-final 2. Everyone under control of his car. Topper now, he will get see and feel bullets. Shot by Isaac. Look at Isaac's locking onto him now,
Isaac.
going for Joker.
Oh no, UNTV and Topper
UNTV.
crashing in the
I
barrier.
think he totally overlooked Topper on the inside. Topper got spun around. That's good for him to get back. But I think that was Yuhan's mistake.
Yes.
He totally overlooked Topper on the inside. Tried to close the door and tad too late there. And spun around.
Oh,
Isaac also
Isaac.
retaining the car here. Oh dear.
It's now, who's in the first spot
That
now?
should be Freddy.
It's Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy up to first position. He went. Oh, Yuan, look
Yuan.
at that. Stuka, the small mistake in this narrow section. Yuan says thank you, goes through immediately, not going back, not going to take that loss, trying to get back his positions in this race.
Yeah.
Freddy followed by Rotex, Stuka on third right now, Topper and fourth, UNTV fifth, and it's Isaac from BP on. Oh, Topper
Oh.
over the jump.
And the Joker laps
Wow.
are all done, so this is the actual race.
Yeah, everyone jokered. We'll lap 3 out of
Yeah.
6.
What an intense round here, and what an intense final, and Topper hunting down Stuka. Stuka's in the third position, and he needs a lot of points. I mean, he's nearly in the first 6 positions at the leaderboard at the
Yeah.
moment.
I mean, Topper doesn't really need the points, but look at Stuka is trying to play it safe. That will be
Yeah.
his problem now, because Topper, he will be aggressive. He wants to get through. He wants to get onto the top 3. But Stuka, you can see that he's not on the limit, not on the edge of his Honda Civic right now.
Nice.
Oh, Topper
Oh,
onto the inside, jumping in
brakes.
once again, trying to retain Stuka a bit.
Yeah,
but we
he's,
saw it here. We
he's
saw it on the
cautious.
corner. He touched it on the first corner. He tried to make it better in the second. He stepped back, not touching Stuka
He
again.
was very cautious about not kicking Stuka out of his way. So here we see Rotex in the second spot. I mean, first and second spot for Freddy especially. It's what a great result man, for Freddy. But he should be safe. Three seconds in the front.
This jump, I always feel that someone spins out there. I mean, Rotex, he's 3.5 seconds
But what happened
away
to
from
Topper?
Freddy.
What happened to Topper?
Topper down to 6.
Yes, down to 6.
Oh dear, that must be some sort of
Oh.
incident down there. UNTV up to 4th again in front of Isaac. And Stuka still in 3rd. Stuka now without Topper on his back.
Yeah, but now with Yuan at his back, but Yuan has a penalty, so Yuan has to make every single, second that
Oh,
he's
look at
can
Isaac
find.
now versus Yuan. Both
Oh,
going side
yes.
by side. Yuan might went a bit too aggressive into that corner, giving the inside to Isaac. But it's so hard to hold on to those cars and lose surface. Isaac
Oh!
around the outside, doing the move.
That duel is so good for Stuka, man. Stuka staying here in the 3rd position. It's the last lap. It should be safe for him. Yeah, Freddy got it here.
But look at Isaac. He made the move on the outside on the last lap.
Oh, man. Oh!
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, what a great result here for Freddy, for Stuka as well. We will see the results. And now, yes.
Yeah, Freddy taking the win.
Freddy
Oscar
Rotex.
Rotex, he will be happy with 2nd spot as well. But Stuka up to 3rd position right after signing with VP Gaming. He
Yeah,
managed to score the best
It's
result here on PC they have.
amazing for him, and the focus clearly didn't work out for Topper, I think. It was just this silly situation between him and UNTV. They both.
I don't really want to blame Yuan because
No, no,
we
no.
know it's. Of course, I could just blame him, but no, it's about. I think he's not really to blame because we know that overview in like rearview mirror on those RX cars very small, very hard angle. So obviously he could have been aware of Freddy diving in there because Freddy is fast and there was an open door.
You
Why
mean
should he not
Topper?
take it? Topper, yeah. Why
Yeah.
should he not take it? But it was just, Yuan went a bit to the outside. Topper was like, all right, I can break later while even sticking to the inside. And then Yuan just closed the door because he wants to get back onto his line to have a good exit of the corner.
And then they ended
Yeah,
both.
Topper was there.
They both ended in the barrier, and
Yeah.
that made it possible for 3D to pass them and just take this win home.
That was, I think, hard for both. I mean, UNTV was the one that suffered the most at the beginning. Topper later on had a different problem then, it seems, because he got back to last position. But hey, that guy is first. This is qualifier 7 out of 8.
Yeah.
So for him, I think he can be okay with it.
He will be okay. It was funny to see the focus, even if it didn't work for him.
But he was on pace.
He was on pace.
I can't really say that he wasn't. But Yuan start.
Maybe he would be even faster with the Civic.
Was Rotax the first? Like normally, Oscara takes the white car. Have they been the first guys to Joker? Because we saw at the start that Yuan went on the inside. And there was another car being super quick on the outside. Like the Ford, either was a start wasn't perfect from Topper, or the Ford starts a bit slow. But I can't really imagine that.
Yeah.
So it gave a chance to UN and Rotex. Rotex, obviously, with the outside line, went for the Joker immediately.
I think
because
so,
it's
yes.
very hard for him to get to the inside at all. There are 2 cars right next to him. But Topper lost it at the start, basically.
Yeah, I also think so. But anyway, for Stuka in third position now, he should climb this in the board on.
Or at least secure his 4th position.
Yeah, Stuka should be in the
Does he
first
climb
6.
as well?
Yeah, the first 6. Now we will see this next week in the confirmed standings, so to say.
Yeah, next week will be the last European qualifier for the A1 Esports League Austria project cars. Obviously, the Austrian following right after, but that will be the last European. It is next Saturday, the 17th of March, 6 p.m. around that. We try to start again. Like I said, Dirtfish Rally School, that's the track. It depends a bit on how fast the cup goes through, so better be ready for that. Either sign up at eslplay.com for taking part in the last qualifier. There we go. Or watch the show with us over here at twitch.tv/A1esports. Try to follow us on the channel. Try to follow us on social media. Don't miss any of the Rallycross action before we finally finish the road to Vienna. Actually go to Vienna and bring you all the racing action live with a live audience from the stage.
That will be amazing. Yeah, thank you much. Thank you very much for being here today. Make sure to turn the switch on, the Twitch. Never mind.
The Switch. This is not a Nintendo tournament.
The Twitch
Mikkel
on next week. I totally lost it, so it's better to turn off now.
Yeah, don't lose the channel like Mikkel just lost his job. Take care. Get back on Twitch next week. See you there.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Are we off? Oh, man.